Now, here in Job chapter 39, we're continuing this conversation where God is comparing his ways with man's ways, which has been something that his friends and others have talked about, but not quite gotten that principle down. So God is revealing to Job how that principle really should work. What is the real truth behind this? So verse 1, knowest thou the time when the wild goats of the rock bring forth? Or canst thou mark when the hinds do calve? Do you know when they have babies? Do you know when they do this? This is kind of that idea of, does the world happen if I'm not there to see it? If a tree falls in the forest, does it make a sound because no one's there to hear it? These little philosophies, God is using this concept to help Job understand, I know all these things. I know when all this happens. I am all powerful, all knowledge, all those things. You aren't there yet. So my ways are here, your ways are here. Verse 2, canst thou number the months that they fulfill? Or knowest thou the time when they bring forth? They bow themselves, they bring forth their young ones, they cast out their sorrows. Their young ones are in good liking, they grow up with corn, they go forth and return not unto them. Who hath sent out the wild ass free, or who hath loosed the bands of the wild ass? Whose house I have made the wilderness, and the barren land his dwellings. He scorneth the multitude of the city, neither regardeth he the crying of the driver. So he's talking about I take care of these animals. I know what they're doing and what they're thinking and what's going on. What human can do that? Let's see. Where did I mess up here? Oh, sorry, verse 8. The range of the mountains is his pasture, and he searcheth after every green thing. Will the unicorn be willing to serve thee, or abide by thy crib? Now it's interesting, he uses the word unicorn in Hebrew, the Hebrew translation. It's not unicorn, but buffalo or bison, basically. I think that's the only place unicorn's mentioned in the Bible, but it's not a unicorn, a horse with the mythical creatures. It's a buffalo that they're talking about here. Verse 10, canst thou bind the unicorn with his band, or the bison with his band in the furrow? Or will he harrow the valleys after thee? Wilt thou trust him because his strength is great, or wilt thou leave thy labor to him? Wilt thou believe him that he will bring home thy seed and gather it into thy barn? Gavest thou the goodly wings unto the peacocks, or wings and feathers unto the ostrich? Which leaveth her eggs in the earth, and warmeth them in dust, and forgetteth that the foot may crush them, or that the wild beast may break them. She is hardened against her young ones, as though they were not hers. Her labor is in vain without fear. Because God hath deprived her of wisdom, neither hath he imparted to her understanding. What time she lifteth up herself on high, she scorneth the horse and his rider. Hast thou given the horse strength? Hast thou clothed his neck with thunder? Canst thou make him afraid as a grasshopper? The glory of his nostrils is terrible. He paweth in the valley, and rejoiceth in his strength. He goeth on to meet the armed men. He mocketh at fear, and is not affrighted, neither turneth he back from the sword. The quiver rattleth against him, the glittering spear and the shield. He swalloweth the ground with fierceness and rage, neither believeth he that is the sound of the trumpet. He saith among the trumpets, Ha, ha, he smelleth the battle afar off, the thunder of the captains and the shouting. Doth the hawk fly by thy wisdom, and stretch her wings toward the south? Doth the eagle mount up at thy command, and make her nest on high? She dwelleth and abideth on the rock, upon the crag of the rock and the strong place. From thence seeketh the prey, and her eyes behold afar off. Her young ones also suck up blood, and where the slain are, there is she. So lots of ideas, lots of things that happen normally, all day, every day, a lot of things going on around us that we never know, we never pay attention to. God knows them all. He pays attention to them all. He works with them all. It's fascinating, like he says in here, doth the eagle mount up at thy command and make her nest on high? He helps the eagles know where to make their nests. He helps the animals know what to do to take care of themselves. He has given them some wisdom to allow themselves to think and do things, but they don't have all the wisdom. So a really interesting perspective to say, God's ways are here, man's ways are here. So in the next chapter, we're going to hear a continuation of this as God is going to put some more ideas towards Job. So let's jump over there and learn more.